How are you?
Oh, now he's freaking. He's not exactly like Julio. I think Julio needs to, you're going to take his job. You've been doing this long enough. You've been doing this long enough, so, I think you got it down. I think that, we can, get Julio, take some time off, since you got it down. You can rest up. I'm good. How are you doing, Kristen? Yeah, good luck. So is you. We never really get to chat too much, since you're always behind the scenes.
I know. I'm really excited to be on. Like you said, I hardly ever do come on the show, but when I do, it is a pleasure. So I'm glad that Julio gave me the opportunity to be on tonight. I'm doing great. Trying to stay cool here from the Arizona studios.
The Arizona studios of your living room?
The Arizona studios of my living room, that's right. That's right, yeah.
Because that's how we do our podcast. Cool.
Hey, so I want to go over a few things because before we start to get to the big heavy news that we have going on, and it's huge. I hate to use that, but Trump uses that all the time. It's going to be huge.
It's huge.
But it is. It's a big deal for us. We're really excited. Man, have you been keeping up with the news lately? With all this anti-Muslim stuff going on all of a sudden? Going from Latinos to Muslims now. What happened?
Oh, man, hasn't it always been anti-Muslim? I thought that, it just depends on, when we're, people need a break, on, who to persecute. When hasn't it been anti-Muslim? But yes, of course I'm always reading the news.
It was extremely shocking to me today when they arrested Ahmed Mohammed in Texas for a digital clock that he brought to school. Wanted to show it off to his teacher. He's a tech guy. He likes engineering and that kind of thing. So I wanted to show it off to his teacher, and she got scared and called the cops on him and accused him of possibly having a homemade bomb. Can you believe that?
Actually, they accused him of making a hoax bomb. They didn't accuse him of actually making a bomb, but they thought that he was going to make a hoax bomb, which is really they're questioning his intent, And then what was even sadder about that, Christian, was that, if you read into the details a little bit, that was actually his first day of high school. And it was a new high school.
Right, he was a freshman.
He was a freshman, and it was his first day at a new high school, or his first week, and that's why he did it to impress his teacher, because he has been known for doing that at his previous school, and, he fixes his neighbor's car, and he works on go-karts, and does radios, and fixes cell phones. I mean, he's a little engineer, and he was trying to impress his teacher, and he left in handcuffs. Yeah, that was really, and I think what got to me about that, Christian, was this. What got to me about that article was, of course, the paranoia behind that, but they interrogated him with 5 or 6 police officers at the school without ever having called his parents. And then they took him, in handcuffs to a juvenile detention center where they took a mugshot of him and they took fingerprints of him, and he was not allowed to call his parents during the interrogation. So I know that a lot of people are focusing on the which they should, on the paranoia and the criminalization of Muslims, but at the same time, I think another subtopic that's an issue here is how police are treating colored youth and minors, and what is violated at this point where they're able to interrogate and question a minor, without their parents there, without notification of their parents. I thought that was just horrible. What do you think, Christian? What do you make of all this?
Coming from the hood, right? South Central LA, and
Okay.
Some of these, nothing like that ever happened to me. I never get caught called on me, thank God. But
Yeah.
I saw it happen a lot in school, and that's a very common tactic to question you or the child without calling the counselor or without calling anybody first. And if there's one thing I would say to any kid out there that ever has to be, in that situation, is don't say anything until your parents are there or a lawyer is there. That's it. That's your right. You know what I mean? You can't. You have the right, to an attorney. That's significant. Part of the Miranda right.
Right, and because
just insane to me.
Go ahead, finish.
No, it's insane to me that this something would happen nowadays. But it is Texas, and that mayor of the city is very unapologetic. The mayor of that city was very unapologetic. She still, in a sense, did a half-ass apology, which was really an apology.
It wasn't even a apology, right? I'm sorry. Really?
Yeah.
What's her history?
Yeah, she has a history of being, from what I've read, kind of has an anti-Muslim campaign, which is
Really?
you didn't know that. Yeah. Aren't these the kids we want here? Aren't these the kids that we want to encourage rather than, persecute them for something that they did like this? This is the whole thing that we've been, continue to argue with about, right? When people say we don't want them here, we don't want those types of immigrants here, and I'm saying that he's an immigrant, he's an American citizen, but just, with the whole anti-immigrant thing, aren't these the best that we're getting from them?
Mm-hmm. It's obviously there's been a huge social media campaign, and that's what's really astounding. Again, the power of social media for sure is all these personal tweets from President Obama and Mark Zuckerberg and Google. People offering him to visit their offices, encouraging him to work at Silicon Valley. Obama offered, for him to meet NASA scientists at the White House. So, I think, at the end of the light, at the end of the tunnel, hopefully, this young man, walks away with, there's light at the end of the tunnel for him, and, hopefully this will elevate him to another level. But, it's just overall, it's just like the criminalizing of our youth, and I think that's just, the big problem is the bias in which, young brown people are looked at in our communities. Obviously Ahmed is, if you see videos of him, very humble family, they're not rich, and he's just this brilliant child, and the bias in which the teacher looked at him with, and to arrest him and walk away with handcuffs. Just poor kid, what a traumatic experience.
The worst
handcuffs
in high school ever.
That is just so traumatic. I cannot imagine the trauma, but thankfully it's been counterbalanced with the outcry of social media, support that he's gotten through social media and invitations from these big tech companies that we'll see if they'll do anything for him, but at least there's that consciousness there of people countering that kind of ignorance that happened, and it's so fortunate that the teacher hasn't even apologized.
Yeah, I was sweet for anything from the teacher, but I'm sure something will come out. So crazy. I hope this kid, like you're saying, turns out to be an awesome engineer. The tweet from Obama inviting him over to the White House, that was awesome. I mean, that's what we want. We want to encourage these kids, not make them think that they're doing something wrong for building. That's the last thing we want to do. But,
one of the many things out there. What else is happening, Christy? What else is happening out there?
Well, we are in the month of September, right? It's Hispanic month. I'm sorry, Hispanic Heritage Month, right? So, we had an article written by one of our writers, Nestor David Pastor, how to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. Now, I wanted to go over with you some of these bullet points that he put in here. He wrote a list of about 10 different things that you can do to celebrate National Hispanic Heritage Month. And one of my favorite ones was don't eat Taco Bell or Chipotle. These two establishments have combined to perpetrate an ongoing culinary nightmare for two Taco Bell. Try satisfying your cravings elsewhere for one. Not the taco, for example.
But what if you're the suburbs and you don't have access to a taco truck? What if you're the suburbs?
I feel sorry for you if you don't have access to a taco truck. I'm sorry. Take wheel on your own taco truck.
Unfortunately, I'm eating people under this, so I didn't like it anyways, but they had more salt. Anyways.
You read some of these, right? Which one did you like?
Let's see. Watch the television series Narcos on Netflix with your Colombian friend or anyone from a Spanish-speaking country and respectfully listen to them complain about the accent, historical inaccuracies, cultural insensitivities, and so on. So, I've been watching Narcos. I did watch Narcos. I actually really liked it, and yes, I totally get that the accent was off, but I think, he's a Brazilian actor, the guy who plays the Pablo Escobar. I get why people would criticize that, but other than that, I really like the show. I just haven't watched it with the Colombian.
You haven't watched it with the Colombian?
I just haven't watched it with the Colombian. I have some Colombian friends, but I just, I like this show though, what can I say? I think the accent goes away, halfway through the series. I think he was able to break off his Portuguese accent. But, whatever, I like it. So that's what I did in honor of watching drug dealing, a television show, another Hollywood, the female Hollywood narrative of Latinos as drug dealers, but it's actually a really good show. So that's what I did to honor heritage. Learn about Pablo Escobar.
Yeah. Kind of honoring going on.
Yes.
One of my other favorite ones was, as a bonus, learn how to spell Columbia. If you need help, apply to Columbia University. Right? Because that happens so often. I'll be honest. I've had to Google it once or twice. Wait, is that a U or an O? So I'll admit to that one.
Alright, what else? What else is on this list?
The audience wants to go ahead and check out the list on LatinoRebelsRadio.com. I'm sorry, not Latinos Rebels Radio, LatinoRebels.com. And it's how to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. If we missed some, please let us know. Message us, tweet us. We'll be there. With addition to it.
Let's go down the list.
To Latino Rebels Radio, which studies of video. It is December 20th, 2015, and we have huge news coming up later on today. Go ahead, Street. Sorry, I missed you talk.
Yeah, do your thing. So I'm just trying to appreciate this list. Let's see. Speak Spanish for an entire month. So that's what you can do to honor, Hispanic Heritage Month. Revisit high school and your freshman year of college with the estimated 15 million Spanish speakers in this country, only second to Mexico. That's right. We have more Hispanohablantes here in the United States than they do in Spain, and this number is only growing. So, all right, people speak Spanish for an entire month. I never even really celebrate, Hispanic Heritage Month because of that. But what else is on this list, Christian? What else?
Learn the difference between Independence Day and Cinco de Mayo. Please, Mexican Independence Day. Please learn the difference. It's not the same day.
Seriously. And also,
that's one of my favorites. And you guys want to check out the rest. Before I move on, please purchase the Donald Trump anthem. definitely one way for you to celebrate his January month. Oh, fuck.
I'm so tired of Donald Trump. Oh my god, I'm so tired of it.
Really, just not talking about Donald Trump anymore. Yeah. No, let's not. I'm not.
Yeah. But there's
what's going on in LA?
What's going on in LA? That's okay. Because there's also that article that came out about North Carolina in that restaurant in North Carolina that came out for hot tacos for Hispanic heritage as well. Did you read that article?
I did not actually, but I did see it.
No problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just another example of there was like a restaurant that opened in North Carolina, and in the restaurant was called like hot tacos, and they portrayed their mascot as the typical siesta taking Mexican with the sombrero. In honor of
I'm looking at the picture.
Yeah. Like, what do you think of that? I mean, like, I'm always thinking to myself, like, when are people going to get these stereotypes out of their head? And like, aren't there Mexicans in North Carolina?
Wait, don't you run around with the girl all the time? You don't?
No, I don't. I don't actually.
Yeah, they actually said it would be a very upbeat and authentic Mexican. Are you a very upbeat Mexican?
I am pretty upbeat, actually, yeah. I am pretty upbeat, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't always think siesta is actually upbeat enough.
Yeah, siesta is going to be a bad thing at any time, really. But yeah, I mean, there was a campaign where they started, not a campaign, but some organizers, they started a petition to have the statue removed, and the community is not happy about it, which is totally good.
I know, yeah. I mean, I think we had like the same issue happening sometime last year when there was like another restaurant, in the middle of nowhere, I guess, where they're just scared of Mexicans, do the same thing around Hispanic heritage. I guess it's a thing,
And we will continue to be here to shed light on these issues every single time. But like I was going to ask you, what's going on in LA? Any film festivals going on? And anything that you're into right now?
Anyone that's out here in California should definitely be keeping an eye out for the Ambulante documentary film festival. I went to the film festival. So the film festival, unfortunately, we weren't able to get the director of the film festival on because she's busy as we speak. She would love to join us. But the Ambulante Film Festival
is going on right now.
It's going on right now. Ambulante Film Festival is a documentary film festival that kicked off yesterday, Saturday, and it's been going on for 2 weeks. They're touring right now throughout the greater Los Angeles area, and it's all free, Christian. This is all free documentary screenings held, throughout Los Angeles, from downtown to the Valley to Pacoima to East Los Angeles, around the Hollywood area, and these are all free documentary screenings. And that's one of the benefits of being out here where the film industry is, that you have access to these kinds of great events. And what's even better is that it's free. And usually, film festivals, tend to be kind of pricey. The opening engagement was free. And last night, I caught one of the documentaries. It's called Code, but the O is in the shape of the feminine sign. And it was a documentary about the lack of women coders in the coding industry up in Silicon Valley. And it was a very insightful documentary because I think that there's been a lot of reports that have come out in the past year and a half about the lack of diversity, not just, obviously the lack of people of color, but also the lack of diversity, the gender imbalance in a lot of these, in the tech industry, around Silicon Valley. A lot of it is dominated by, white males. And so this documentary was really cool. And then afterwards, the director came out to speak, and some of the women that were interviewed in the documentary came out to speak as well. And so it's a really cool experience for if anyone's out. Just go ahead and Google it and see their list of documentaries that they're showing, and see if there's anything that catches people's interest. Or if it's just a good documentary, maybe that interests people, then they can just go ahead and Google it and see if there's a website where they can download it or purchase it if they can't make it to the film festival. But the film festival, again, is awful to be. And in comparison to some of the film festivals that I've been before, it's like $15 a ticket. It's not everyone has access to this. And the one that I went to last night, it was outdoors. It was in a public park. Where everyone can just come out and picnic. So they really make it accessible, and there's obviously a lot of documentaries with focusing on issues in the Latino community, and just some dramas and profiles, and there's just a variety of it. And again, it's all accessible to the public, and it's really, really cool. I'm really excited. I'm going to be checking some out for sure. While I'm out here.
Is this the first time this festival's been around?
I can't, I wish we had Christina Davila, who's the director of Ambulante Film Festival. I don't know, I think this might be their second circuit. I think it's I'm not exactly sure. I think it's, we can probably look some of that information up. I think it might be their second round or their first. It's all I can say is that it's, new. And relatively new compared to the more established film festivals that are out here, like LA Film Fest. LA Film Fest is a really big film festival. I mean, even though it's a little bit pricier, it's not like impossible for people to attend. That's been around for 15 years or so. And of course you have the bigger ones like Sundance that are in the middle of the country, and not everyone is able to attend and take that much time off. So this one is another film festival added. I think there's another one also called the Guadalajara Film Festival. So that one has a lot of that one's another film festival where you have a lot of films from Mexico throughout Latin America, and they have like a short circuit of that traveling through Los Angeles. The Ambulante, it's documentary. It's very specific to documentary, and so I think it's relatively new. Relatively new, and it's free, and and I think that because it's out in public spaces, that's why people are able to, the community is able to have access to check out, these panel discussions, talk with the directors, able to go into it. And what's convenient is that it's throughout Los Angeles. So if you're not in that area, you can check out, see, if there's one in your area, like during that week. So I think it's going to run into the first week of October, so it's for a couple weeks. That's really cool.
I think the outside is a great idea. Because a lot of these festivals are inside, and they kind of feel very exclusive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the sense that they open it out and they're outdoors, it just invites everybody. And even if you're not into the film festival kind of thing, and you're passing by, this might be the way that you actually are liking this kind of stuff and take an opportunity and a chance to experience something new. Now, recently, you were involved in a project, right? Tell us about that.
I'm involved in a lot of projects, which one specifically?
The one you sent out to us,
I'm all over the place.
What's the biggest one?
Oh, you're so kind. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. So yeah, that was a recent video that I co-produced called the Ramona Garden Storytelling Project. It was the result of a collaboration of two nonprofits. It was a collaboration of the Boyle Heights Beat. Boyle Heights Beat is a hyper-local newspaper in the city of Boyle Heights, Los Angeles, which is highly concentrated Mexican and immigrant neighborhood in East Los Angeles that's under a lot of pressure right now of gentrification because it's really close to downtown Los Angeles. Anyway, so that's Boyle Heights Beat is a hyper-local newspaper that comes out of that, and it's run by primarily high school students, so it's a program too. And so they reached out to me to produce this video, and it with the intent of it, there was a workshop behind it, and trying to get a lot of the youth to talk about some of the social issues that are happening in the Ramona Gardens housing project. The housing project, Ramona Gardens, for some people that don't know, it's a garden style housing project. So it's different than like when people think of projects like the East Coast, for example, which are very like tall and high. It's like high density. These are like more gardens, so they're like about like 2 or 3 stories high, and it kind of encompasses like it's kind of like a small campus, if you could say, within the city. And some might have recreational parks. It might be nearby a school, but of course, because they're housing projects, the city isn't going to fund a lot of money to it, right? And so what happens is that like these housing projects, are pretty much less isolated. Ramona Gardens specifically is built next to a freeway. They have a lot of poor air quality. It's in a food desert. There's no supermarkets nearby. It's next to the usual overcrowded, high school in East LA, and because they've only built one extra high school there in the past like 90 years. So there's overcrowding conditions. So this workshop focused on those kids just being able to even articulate what some of these social illnesses are that exist in their community. And so as part of that workshop, they wrote some essays, and then so from that workshop was where I came in with the camera and interviewed some of the students, and they took me into the Ramona Gardens housing project to kind of like share what some of their experiences were. And I think one of the experiences that was really shocking was how this young girl, she was only about 16, 17 years old, and how her house got raided by a SWAT team when she was with a single mother and a newborn baby brother. They have to, come out of their house with a SWAT team pulling their guns out on them. When they weren't doing anything, it was like, they're just searching for this guy that was on the run, and they thought that he had gone in that apartment, and they went in and they just talked over the entire apartment, helicopter, SWAT team, and they came out just in the she's young, she has her baby brother and her mom. So you have a lot, and it really makes you, just realize, kind of like how abandoned some of like these people are kind of left in these housing projects, and like the social economic cycle of poverty, and kind of like it entails on itself when they're just kind of left isolated, and then having to deal with like heavy police presence. Something that she didn't share, that didn't make the video cut, was that when she was only 9 years old, she actually saw the police chase this guy down and gun him down and killed him. And so she witnessed the killing, when she was already like 8, 9 years old. And then the other young woman that was interviewed, there was a second young woman. She's also, she talked about the food desert and how there's like just no access to fresh food. A lot of these people can't afford cars. And if they do have to go to the grocery market, they have to get on a bus. So it just becomes like very hard to access, resources and healthy resources to bring it into their community. And she admitted that, they only buy a lot of fast food because that's the closest thing nearby. And her mother has diabetes and she has to inject insulin in her stomach. And, here you have this, young woman, 17 years old, witnessing her mother having to inject insulin in her stomach because of, health issues. So,
listen, we're gonna be sharing the video with the audience later on tonight. They can check it out.
Oh, thank you.
Don't mean to cut you off. Yeah, absolutely. But the headset is on the phone. We're gonna bring Julio in, and tell us what that huge news is. Here we go.
Yes.
Hey, what's up, Julio?
We can interview Julio.
Bravo. I am calling you guys from Orlando, Florida. And I appreciate you guys. Sounded really good, too.
Thanks.
So I'm in a parked car, and hopefully you guys can hear me.
Yeah. That's what I host. That's how I co-host most of my podcasts. Somewhere in a parked car. That's what I do most of the time, anyway.
Wow, it's like a portable studio. So?
Yeah.
So what do we got? We're talking, all right. Yes, that's what we're saying. Good.
Yeah,
so how do we get it? Yeah, how do we bring it together?
All right,
you guys are the host. You guys are the host. I'm not.
Hey, I'm so excited. I don't even know where to start. Okay, first, really quick. Tell us what you were doing in Orlando.
I was at the National Association of Hispanic Journalists annual conference in Orlando. Yesterday, they decided to give me an award called the Donnet Award, which I've gotten over. Hey, any award that quotes Pitbull is a good one. So it was for speaking out, shouting out, whatever. It was great because my dad was there, Mariana Hosa was there. There was Jose Diaz Balart was there. There was a lot of journalists in the room. Secretary Julian Castro shouted us out, which was good.
Wow.
Yeah, so we have a video clip eventually that we'll get from Julian Castro, from the NHA, because that's the Secretary of Housing, and he could be the vice presidential nominee for the Democratic Party. But anyway, but with that said, when I spoke, I kind of said, I said a speech, my dad was there, it was great, but I did say with Secretary Castro that just because you shout me out doesn't mean that I'm going to, not challenge you or question you or be a thorn in your side. So that was all good.
You're being a
It was kind of a dog. Yeah, and then tonight I just got out of a gala and Latino USA, NPR's Latino USA, which is, for people, this is where the announcement will transition to that. That's my day job. I'm digital media director for Latino USA with Marina Hosta and a great group of people. And Latino USA won an award tonight. And Marina Hosta was in this stunning blue sequin dress on Twitter. You see it? And I got to wear a tuxedo, so I'm kind of psyched. And and so we won, and then this is what is going to happen. You want to see pictures? Yeah, no, there are pictures. There are pictures. If you go to my Twitter feed, there are pictures. I will leave this on the comment. Cristina Estegui spoke. For people that don't know who she is that amazing, accomplished Mexican journalist who was suspended after her team exposed La Casa Blanca, the shady dealings between real estate developers and the president of Mexico. And she spoke about Ayotzinapa and about impunity and journalist skills and how democracy is not happening in Mexico. It was a brilliant. She gave it in Spanish. It was a brilliant speech. ESPN Deportes was there. We got to share, Latino USA got to share a table with ESPN Deportes. So I was kind of a little bit like fanboyish tonight because I am a Sports Center nerd. I'm the original, I'm the original. I'm ESPN OG. I'm first generation ESPN because I was in college. Yeah, I was in college when ESPN became ESPN. So it was cool to hang out with Max Frankel, who's the school dude that we're going to talk to anytime. And there was other people. It was just a really good. It was like a prom. I went to a prom.
But specifically, the Dale Award is like for being just badass, or like what specifically is it for? Because obviously a lot of people
pretty much. No. Yeah, it was like first of all the non-Latinos call it the Dale Award, so I have to tell them the Dale Award, which I'm like, you could have picked about it, but anyway, but yeah, it was kind of like it was the what? It was what?
What do they call it? The Daily Award?
Dale.
Oh.
Dale, like a person's name, Dale. Like Dale. Yeah.
Which one is it? Is it Dale or Dale?
It's Dale. It's the Dale Award, but people call it the Dale. Anyway, so it's given to the person that fights for representation of Latinos and speaks out, blah, blah, blah. And Latino Rebels was recognized, and it was really cool. And a lot of people were there, and it was a cool moment. But it was a cool moment because my dad was there. I wish the rest of my family was there, but my dad was in Orlando, and he got to see the speech. He videotaped it. I might share some clips. I said a lot of interesting things, but that's for another podcast. So that's kind of I just hang out in Orlando. Speaking of interesting things, we got a huge announcement, right? Yes. Yeah. Sorry.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, that was I'm sorry if I got overexcited there.
Well, congratulations. Congratulations, first of all. That's a huge accomplishment, and we all understand
on the Dale Award. And so this is the first Dale Award too, right? You have the inaugural, right? Yeah, the inaugural. Yes, it was the first one, and it was cool. Yeah, it's a pretty low bar because I was I had to wear a suit. I never wear suits. I wore a tux, so whatever. But so anyway, so we have a special announcement, and I don't know if our 3 listeners out there want to know about that. But here's the announcement. So we have Ethan Morales. You guys know Ethan Morales, right? The actor. Richie.
Yes.
Yeah. Richie's on board with Latino Rebel. Richie's gonna help us out. Wow. He's joined the group. Yeah, and we're gonna look into developing a Latino Rebel show. And the idea is sort of like a Latino Bill Maher show, is the best way to put it, with some comedy. So the idea is, what it is having a conversation with actual Latinos at the table, because it seems like we can't get on the table somewhere else, so we're just gonna create our own shit, as they say. Our own good shit. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna create our own good shit.
To put it so eloquently.
Yeah, no, I'm good, man. This is a podcast. It's live, and I'm not singing. You guys are doing a really good job. So let me, I'm just going off on this right now. So yeah, and then Rick Sahara, who is an award-winning comedy writer, is also going to be part of the group. And we want to kind of look at a Latino Funny or Die type idea. No funny or die, but we actually would produce the news out in the West Coast, and we're just talking about it, and the reaction has been pretty cool. But there's a couple of other things. Marlena Fitzpatrick is going to be our CEO, and Marlena is fantastic, as you guys know. And then Hector Luis-Alamo is going to be the dude who is in charge of Latino Rebels Holland, and he's doing a fantastic job. And then we have this podcast that we're going to keep pushing on, and we're going to try to find a home for it. And you guys are, you're part of that. And then there's like 10 other things that we're doing that, we're looking into it. What's really interesting from a creative aspect is that we are going to create industry standard content that meets, that the it's going to be high level programming. It's digital programming. It's not going to be us in a car doing a podcast. And I think that's pretty exciting. No, I think that's pretty exciting. I mean, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Tell me about it. Yeah, tell me about it. Explain that.
Like, you can get an actual studio. Like, Therese, you might actually be able to do a podcast out of an actual studio.
Oh my God, is that out of my car?
Yeah, not out of your car. But you know what? People really like our show, and, they still want, they get upset when we don't have it on. I mean, so all our 3 listeners out there, like, we're really sorry. We love you, and we're really sorry that some days we don't, some Sundays we don't do it. But we want to kind of do it, and we're looking into ways to get this all going and take it to the next level. And we're pretty excited. But and essentially this is a network, correct? Yeah, it's a digital network, and by that, it's, the idea is if we create original material, we don't, we're going to give it, we're going to produce it for our audience. Now, they might crowdsource it, we might get a sponsor, we don't know yet, but what we do know is that we have really, really good people joining us to create this, and, all the other stuff of doing it right and making sure that, if you do it in LA, it gets done the right way, we're going to do that. It's like we're going to be like these independent producers of really good shit. I mean, that's what we're going to do. And well, Daniel did the term Latino Rebels is listening right now. I'm really excited to be part of it. I'm sure Cerise is. Same, Marlena is doing an amazing job already, taking the reins of this, and just ran with it. Yeah, and she's she's amazing. She's such an energizer bunny. Yeah, and God forbid, what people need to know is that I am kind of I will still be part of the group, but it's more of the founder. They would just roll me out for appearance.
So just ask you to put on your tux and roll out for appearance.
Yeah, I'm going out and have a drink with someone. No, but yeah, Marlena's really strong. People that don't know Marlena, she was in SAG, AFTRA. She organized labor. She's a union person. She organized actors and creators and understands that world and understands that you have to, take into account creators' input and what they create and protect it. And so I was really intrigued by that because I just always wanted to do a Latino Rebel late night talk show. And that's a possibility now. That's a possibility. It's in development. We still have to, pitch it to people, but I think we got a good team. It's much easier, I think we have a good team to help that happen, and there's a lot of respect. And I don't know about you guys, I've been traveling a lot the last 2 days, but I've been checking my Twitter feed, and people have been pretty excited about the announcement. I checked my Facebook, and so people out in LA are like, what are these guys doing? And that's kind of cool.
So you announced this at the gala, right? As what were people's reactions to your announcement?
They were pleasantly taken aback in how do I say it? It's we're practicing what we preach. So the reaction has been the reaction has been very, oh, you guys are now saying that you don't need networks or other places to create content of high quality. Like, we're not going to do these, like, silly, stupid humor videos of, like, flying transversas and all that other stuff that's kind of, and I call it, like, the Samuel Gigante vibe that
Mm-hmm.
won't mention it. Tired, yeah, like, people are kind of sick and tired. Like, what? I don't know about you guys, but at least people in social media, people that I see online, and like Latinos, and like they're kind of sick and tired of that type of like, hey, you're Latino, yes, and we kind of have to get past that, and we think it's an opportunity with the elections to educate, tell stories, be funny when we need to be, get into like getting more resources, so we just continue to tell the stories that we always have. But now we actually are a little bit more serious about it. I mean, the worst thing that could happen is if it doesn't work in 6 months, we'll still do a podcast out of the car, and it might be fun. And, I don't think we're going away, but I think it's an opportunity to see if we try to earn something from this and do it on our terms. So,
a couple questions for you. Like, why now? And what does this mean in terms of content?
Oh, why now? Well, why now was pretty obvious because I am now a full-time digital media director for Latino USA with Maria Hinojosa. I want to say that again. And I, from a time perspective, I just couldn't manage. Like, I was holding Latino Rebels up in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? I realized that to truly, like, you need to have other people to kind of take it to the next level. I've been really, really tired, and I've kind of been also saying, I have this really good opportunity with Latino USA, and I have to be like 100% committed to that. And so, that's the important thing that I think is that kind of got me to thinking. And in terms of like what we do, it's not we're just going to increase the stories on LatinoRebels.com, but we want to just produce, whether it's comedy shorts or small small shorts or small documentaries or whatever, it could be literature pieces, it could be a music show, it could be a public affairs show. It's just a question of where do we go next. There's nothing really specific yet. It's just a lot of things in development. So that's that. And I like that because that's kind of how Latino Rebels started, right? It was wide open. The future was wide open for us. The opportunities were wide open for us. So that's just what I like about it. Yeah, like for I don't know when you joined, Christian. Were you? And I know Sharice had only joined like the last year and a half, but when we formed you kind of came early, but not, I don't know. Christian, were you like with the original, or like did you join us a couple months later? I completely forgot. I'm sorry. No, I'm one of the You were one of the OGs. You're one of the OGs, right? Right? You're one of the OGs. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have 30. There's 30 people in the group now, so I completely lost. Yeah. So you remember that when we started it, it was almost like a humor site. Like, we were just gonna be like, let's call out all these like crazy people that don't like Latinos. And then we started stumbling across interesting stories that no one was covering. So we're like, okay, now we're kind of a digital news site.
And then
started paying attention to you. Yeah, and then we kind of moved into now we moved into like more commentary and more opinion. And I just think it's the next natural step to be like, okay, let's go and do this, or let's go do that and see what happens. So that's where it's at. I mean, I don't know, you know.
What's going to differentiate this from Latino Rebels create a digital network. The concept of Latino Rebels digital network. How is this gonna? What do you think is gonna differentiate this when say compared to other online Latino sites? That we've seen. Latino, for example.
Yeah, everyone else does it from the top down, and everyone else is looking at it as a demographic and as, we need to reach this audience. And so what they do is that they look into, they do all this analysis from the top down and then create something out of that. What we've done is completely the opposite. It's like, we've built this community that's really engaged and really loyal, and we have it across several social media networks. We're producing stories every day. They have impact. We write things, and people pay attention. Journalists know who we are. I was walking around in AHJ, and everyone knows who Latino Rebels is. So for us, the distinguishing factor is we already have the loyalty and the expectation. People know what we produce is of high quality. So we're not inventing this sort of Latino Rebels, like La Vida Latina and all that other stuff that is trying to talk down to this, these group of online people who really are looking for interesting ways to discuss their identity and who they are, and in a way that's more intellectual and more and deeper and nuanced. And there's a lot of people that do this, but there's not a lot of people that do it the way we do it. And that's where our secret sauce is, and that's where I think, when I got Maria's job, when I took Maria's job, when I took a job at Maria at the Pura Media Group of Latino USA, I wanted, I was going to stop producing things for the blog, and everyone internally and everyone externally, and I talked to a lot of people, said, you're an idiot. You are an idiot. Do not dissolve it. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm tired. So what I've learned the last couple of months is that we've had I've underestimated the impact that Latino Rebels has had on the online Latino community. I've underestimated that. Because in the end, it's all about producing good stories. And if you're producing good stories, everything else comes later. So we're going to continue to be who we are. We're just doing the same type of vibe, and we're putting it in different type of formats. So that's the difference. And a lot of people that do this are completely the opposite. They're like, oh, we got to reach young Latino millennials. Let's do, salsa videos, or let's talk about this, or let's talk about that. And I think people are tired. I think they want to start seeing what we do and want to get more exposure to that. So that's our difference. And I'm sticking to it.
Bravo.
So there. So we'll have more to share. Yeah, we'll have more to share. And
I think that I can't express how excited I am to be part of Latino Rebels Radio and to be part of this network, Julio. Latino Rebels definitely, keeps it real, and
we try.
And keeps it funny, because at the same time, a lot of these issues, I think what happened, what really got me initially, a couple years back with Latino Rebels, was that it was funny, and you need that so it can connect with people like me who sometimes
it's not forced funny. Yeah, it's not forced funny. You know what I'm saying? It's not like mixed maple rub. Here we go again with you're Latino and you have mixed maple rub on your nose. That's what I find forced funny. Which is it's the best way I can describe it is everyone else is kind of trying to do all these, worrying about clicks and views and doing it quickly. And we're trying to dig deeper, and we're trying to use humor to get to deeper issues. And I think that's sort of the core mission of what we do, and we have a good voice. And you're right, it's like people were approachable. And you gotta kind of get people in before you can educate them, and that's kind of where we are.
Exactly. And it connects that bridge, for people who, might have that attitude, say, for example, like, oh, politics, I don't know anything about it, it doesn't matter to me, they don't speak to me, but, like, it speaks to us in a way that we get it, and that humor helps. So I think, I applaud, I've always been a huge fan of Latino Rebels. I think that your work has been amazing, and congratulations on your award, and, I think we're all really excited to really take this network to the next level and keep it growing.
Yeah, we might as well try. I mean, let's try. And like I said, you do it well. I'm convinced we'll do it well. And if we don't do it well, everyone's still friends, and we'll just keep doing what we're doing. But might as well try, right? Let's try it and see where it takes us. So that's it for now. And we can talk more about it next week. We'll bring Marlena on. We'll bring Hector on. We'll probably bring Issei on and Rick and all. There's going to be a lot of really interesting things happening in the next couple months, and it's exciting. So let's do this.
All right, Julio. So we'll be back on next week.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Right. Okay.
All right. Gracias, Julio. Take care. Have a good night. All right. Bye. Wow. So that's. I don't know why I'm like ecstatic about this. This is you.
I think I
get over that word.
To call this the Latino Rebel network, it's really what it is, and it's really what it's going to. I mean, there's so many people that are part of this. And you know what I love about it, Christian, is that everyone's so smart and everyone's so on point and funny and cool, and they think that's really what the secret sauce is, which is what Julio referred to. Everyone's amazing. Everyone has an amazing background. Everyone's a powerhouse, and hopefully something. There is going to be a step forward, and I really have hopes for that. So I'm totally ecstatic about it.
I sure can't wait. It's a great way for Julio to really describe what it's going to be about. I feel it's going to be not only Issei Morales is going to be joining us. I'm sure once we get this going, there's going to be so many other people that are going to want to be part of this, and I just can't wait for that. Listen, we got a few seconds left. I want to thank you for being on. And thanks for listening. Absolutely. Let's do this again next Sunday. And